right, third time's a charm. What's up? I'm high as hell. Hi, I'm high as hell. I finally got some fucking pot here in Beaufort County, Georgia. It's been like a good week. It feels like longer. Or it's probably short. I'm exaggerating. But anyway, today is Monday, June 19th, 2023. Yeah, I'm up in Beaufort County still, chilling at Lanier Lake. You know, I just had some lunch. Went and got an oil change today. I forgot when the last time my video was. I don't remember the last video. I've been kind of strung out. Not really. I've been kind of having weed withdrawals for like a couple days. So my last few bit of videos, I've been really manic, to say the least. So I don't even know if I'll upload those videos, but just in case I don't, yeah. I started work. I had work. Today's my day off at some pizza shop. It's like a little small country town out here. It's definitely not like Atlanta. I still haven't gotten to Atlanta yet. I'm going to at some point. Waffle houses. I don't know if I got that on video, but Georgia is popping with the waffle houses out here, so I have to still try that. But I went and got an oil change today, and I'm just gonna make this kind of a quick video, but it's for the people, for the culture. I've been getting a lot of, like, since I've been in the southern states, which I consider like anything south of Illinois, so Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Georgia, Arkansas, Alabama, hell, even Florida. You know, we're in the deep south. Florida's like the deep south. Well, I'm in the northern part of Georgia, which is like beginning of the south. But a lot of people have been looking at me like kind of like cool, like they're like really amazed that I'm like pulling this whole solo van life out. And I've been getting a lot of questions, even with people that I work with, the people at my oil change. You know, today we had a conversation which is inspiring this video right now. I'm just gonna answer a few basic questions, like simple shit. A lot of people, when they see me in van life, you know, they can't, first off, they're just like, they think that's something that's impossible to do, and it's not impossible to do. It's only impossible if you tell yourself it's impossible, you know. So it does take a type of mentality. I'm not going to say that everyone is built for it, but it takes a type of mentality, like that kind of can do, will do, I'm doing this shit mentality. First off, really in anything you do, but van life for sure, because it's something that not everybody's doing, and everybody think it's like, you know, like just glamorized, and it's definitely not. I'm not trying to glamorize it. I'm just here to tell you the truth. You know, you can glamorize it and project it out how you want, how you see fit. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, not knocking them, they have great channels. A lot of them I follow and I subscribe to, and a lot of them inspire me, again, to do this video stuff. So I'm not knocking anyone that is caught up in all that stuff, but just know that it's more to it than that. The truth is that it's more to it than all the Instagram videos, and it takes a type of mentality first and foremost. So it's really, I always tell people that it's basically like living in a house. A lot of people go in there with the misconception that you don't have to pay rent and that you're going to be saving money, but it's not. I could pull up my finance plan just for this year alone, and I compare my notes. I've become more of an accountant of my own personal finances since I've been in van life, because it's what it calls for, than I was in a house, you know, because, you know, we take it for granted. At least me personally, I took it for granted, you know. So it's actually, you break even, really. It's just substituting one lifestyle for another. And I want to tell people that you're not actually saving money on rent or your mortgage and stuff, because you just transfer that over to, here comes the fun stuff: gas, insurance, registration, the groceries that you need, how to cook, you know, maintenance on the car. Like, not even like the van life, just take out the cooking, just maintenance on the car, gas, insurance, registration, you know, AAA, or, you know, all the stuff that comes with just keeping the car to drive it. You basically break even. Yeah, a lot of people, they don't add that up, you know. you can work around it. And, you know, I like working in a certain way that can afford certain luxuries like Spotify and freaking, you know, a phone. You know, my phone bill still is a thing. My gym membership, you know, a lot of people can take out their whole, you know, they float around with costs. But either way, like, you're not really saving money. The big thing is you're not just going to be saving money. It's just a lifestyle choice. It's a big lifestyle choice. So yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, big two things. You need a type of mentality, and you need to understand that you are going to have to be really in charge of your life in as far as financing goes, because you're not going to be saving money unless you want to, you know, unless, you know, it's basically the same thing. Okay, moving on from there, money aspect. So once you get past the whole, like, I'm not going to be just saving money and I know I can do this. Okay, now the fun stuff, quote unquote, happens. This is where I was like, okay, so me personally, it took the mentality of saying that I don't need all this shit. First off, like, I have too much shit. There was a time when I had houses and apartments. I've leased places and rented places, and I was what do they call it, a landlord with one of my ex-boyfriends once. And like I've been in all, like, parts of the whole, like, being in a physical home, like, landlocked place, and it just and it all the rooms were just, like, filled up with shit that I didn't have. Like, I didn't really, like, I obviously didn't care enough for it. Like, I just kept buying more stuff. I just, you know, I wasn't, like, just satisfied with it. So I had to adopt the minimalistic mentality for real. And I just, like, I literally sold all my shit, sold all my stuff. And I was with an ex one time, and then we had a minivan. Like, this van, I can stand up all the way. It's like 9-foot clearance, 8-foot clearance, 8.5 feet. But this was like a minivan. This was like a little 4-door minivan, and we had a bed, and we had a little cooler for our food, and we had a little camp stove and a sleeping bag. A sleeping bag was actually our bed. It was a sleeping bag that we had. Really roughing it out in this fucking van. Okay, it was like a minivan. So really, that, you know, in itself, it took a whole, like, a mindset that, you know, I don't really need all that space. It inspired me to be outside more, be in touch with the earth, you know, be around other people, and not just, like, because, you know, no one wants to sit in a small space all day. You know, I'm not recommending that. Unless you need to. It's also good for that, for peace and quiet, solitude time. But the point of it is, like, yeah, to be as minimal as possible, you know, with your waste, with the amount that you intake, the amount that you put out there, you know. A lot of people can't adopt it, like, right off the bat. Like, those 3 things just shakes. If they have the mentality and they're like, they can understand the budgeting about it, but they still, like, you know, I don't want to give up my fucking PlayStation, or I don't want to give up this or that and stuff. And they're already shutting themselves down. It's like, the self-talk is really a big part of it. Gotta stop talking to yourself like that. And I'm running out of time. I'm, like, rambling on too much. What made me want to get into van life? I really don't want to get into that right now. That's a whole different video story. But the basic principles for getting started, I would say, are those. Once you figure out how you can sleep, how you can feed yourself, how you can clean yourself, you are basically there. You're basically there. Some people like having their own portable showers. Some people like having gym memberships. That's what I like to do, because I'm not always, like, around a water source, you know. Yeah, once you figure out how to feed yourself, and water is included with that, you know, you basically know how to survive. It's a survival thing, a camping thing. Picture camping, but, like, all the time. You know, camping is life, literally. Once you figure that shit out, it's all the extra shit is just semantics, you know. It's not as, like, crazy as, just long as, you know, just learning how to let go of all this stuff that you don't need, learning how to talk to yourself, like, telling yourself how to, like, I'm becoming a car person. I've never been into cars, but now I know about fuel pumps and fucking starters, and a fuel injection is actually what I learned today, and how to swap out my transmission. I'm learning how to, you know, stuff that I'm learning new things. That's coming with my lifestyle, because it's something that I'm committed to. I'm committed to this lifestyle. It's not just something that I want to do for the glitz and glamour, although there's a lot of great parts of it. Like right now, I'd show you the view, but it's kind of rainy outside right now. But yeah, it's actually a shitty day outside, like rain-wise. But it's nice. It has its moments when it's very rewarding, and I highly recommend it for anyone who can just get that shit in line. The rest is just semantics, you know. How big do you want your house? Where would you, you know, be? Would you be in the hot or parts or the colder parts? Would you, you know, would you have an animal with you and everything that comes with that? Like, I could seriously break down like my life, but my life is not your life. You know what I mean? It's like, figure out what works for you, but you know, it mostly starts from you wanting it in the first place. So that's that. I know I spent 11 minutes on this video. I don't think I have anything much else to report. I wouldn't say this was like a frequently asked question. This was just more like a spiritual, like if you're going on this, for me, it's been a spiritual quest. It's led to this, and it's very much what I choose to do. It wasn't always like this, and so I'm grateful for how far I've come. You know, really learning how to take care of myself, standing on my own 2 feet. And I know it sounds like, everyone should be taking care of themselves, but you really don't know. you think you know how to take care of yourself until you really actually have to. Anyone that's been following along, I remember when I slept on Venice Beach, one of my greatest times in my life, when I didn't even have a van. All I had was a tent and a sleeping bag and my German Shepherd, and my ex. But even after we broke up, I was doing that thing solo. And yeah, I had to figure out, I couldn't go to work because I didn't have anywhere to put my dog. I didn't have the security of having a van or the funds to afford daycare or, you know, someone to watch her, you know. So I actually had to be with my dog 24/7 and had to make money so that I can feed myself. So yeah, those are great times. I've made videos about it before. In California, that's the place to be if you want to do the hobo life. Maybe I'll make a video on that, like anyone who actually wants to be completely nomadic, off the grid. All you have is whatever you can carry on your back. I've done that for months, and it was, like I said, the best times of my life. And it made me like, you know what, I miss being in a quote-unquote house, because really I own this van. I'm a homeowner. I own my home, and I can take it anywhere I want, so long as I plan in advance how to, you know, upkeep the lifestyle, how to, you know, budget well, and how to, you know, take advantage of the resources that's around me, you know, food banks to cut down on costs, or, you know, free homeless shelters, if you know, for showers and stuff like that. There's so much information out there. It really starts with you. I'm not going to tell you how to do it to get exactly like me. You have to know what you want and then just do it. If you want van life, go ahead, do it. You're already like mostly there. You're like 20% there with having that attitude of you even being able to go for it. It's not impossible. It's not as hard as it seems. I don't really have much for this fucking video. I'm high as hell, so that's why it's nice for me to just flow. This is my life. This is literally my life. It's not a game. This is my reality. Every single day. People ask me what made me get into it, but I would say, yeah, mostly me just wanting it. I'll make a video on that in the future. Any other things? Yeah, if you're not already following me, this video is way too long. If you're not already following me on Instagram, it's purist.adventure, PURIST.adventure. I sporadically post. Right now I'm feeling talkative, so that's why I was able to bust out a 14-minute video. Thanks for watching. See you when I see you.